Hello there and welcome back to the Rust Piscine. In this video I want to show you what are the main resources we're going to be using during the Rust Piscine and how to create, run and check your Rust code. The main resource is the Rust book that we already mentioned before. I really recommend you to read the book in order and chapter by chapter. Rust can be conceptually challenging because there is many concepts that you didn't probably encounter before and they are not trivial to understand. I really don't recommend trying to learn Rust by trial and error. It's not gonna be productive and the concepts that you skip are gonna come back to haunt you. If you follow the standard installation, you have a local copy of the book. You just need to run the command rust up doc -- book. This will open your copy in the browser. Another resource that I recommend is the Rust by example book. This one is a complementary resource and if you're more of a practical learner, you're gonna find really useful because it completes the information in the book with really useful snippets of code. You also have a copy of this book and you can find it by running the command rust up doc rust by example. And you have it here. And finally, when you need more information, in-depth information, you can consult the Rust standard library. You also have a local copy of it. You just need to run the command again, rust up doc --std. And now you have the standard library. Here you can find all the documentation for the whole standard library. You have all the crates and you can search for the information that you need. For example, if you want to know more about strings, you can type string and you have all the documentation, all the methods, the explanations and examples for each. And if you want, you can even look at the source code. Now let's see how to run, create and check your Rust code. Rust comes with a built-in tool to manage projects. The name is Cargo. In this piscine, we're gonna ask you for two different main kind of exercises: programs and non-programs. When we ask you in the subject to submit a program, you have to create it by using the command cargo new and the name of the exercise. Let's say you have to create an exercise called a program called hello. You will run the command cargo new hello. So now we have a new application. We can navigate inside it, and if you see the content, we have a cargo.toml file and we have the src folder which contains a main.rs. This is the convention for a binary crate and it's what you're gonna have to submit when we ask you for a program. When you create a binary crate, the file main.rs, it comes with some code already written. So let's check. So here we have a program that prints hello world. But our exercise is to print hello. So we can modify this code to just write hello. And we can save. Now you have two ways of doing this. You can check if the code compiles correctly using the command cargo check. which is not gonna give you any output. It's just gonna verify that your code is correct. And then if you want to see your output, you can run the command cargo run. As you can see, cargo check is faster than cargo run, and that's why it's used to just verify that your code is compiling, because it makes your developing faster. Now let's see how to create a project when we ask you for a function, a method, some data structure, or a trait in an exercise. So when we don't ask you for a program, you have to create your exercise by running the command cargo new -- lib. This creates a library crate. For example, let's assume that you want to create an exercise called add. So we create the library add. Now we can see the content of this directory. So we can see the structure is very similar to a binary crate, just that the file containing the source in the src directory is called lib.rs instead of main.rs. So now let's see the content of the lib.rs. Okay, so here we can see by default, when you create a library, the Rust generates automatically a test. This test is not really useful, it's just checking that 2 plus 2 is 4. We can check that this is true by running the command cargo test. And here we can see that the test pass. Now we can check what happens when a test is not correct. So here we can see the test fails. And it tells you left is 4, but the right is 5. So now let's do something more useful with this. Let's create the function that is asked for us. It's a function that receives 2 numbers and returns there's the sum of those 2 numbers. So that function is called add and receives 2 numbers, a and b, and returns the sum of those, which they're gonna be of the same type. Now we return the sum of those. So here, don't get scared by this syntax. You're gonna learn more about it after. For now, you just need to know how to edit this block of code. So to start, you need to give access to this module. To give to this module access to the code outside of the module. So for that, you use the keyboard use, and you import the path super and the glob operator. This means that we import everything that is one level up of this module. So everything that is in this file outside of this module. And the asterisk is the glob operator. That means everything. Everything that is here is accessible inside this module. So now let's check that our function is correct. So we add 2 and 3. It should be 5. So now let's see if our function is correct. So yes, we have our test passed. So that's it for learning how to check, run, and test our code and what you should submit for each kind of exercise. Now for this quest, I'm gonna give you the recommended readings. So you should read from the beginning of the book until the chapter 3. So read the introduction to the language, then learn how to create exercises. You have examples here. And then after, go to read the definitions, all the different kind of variables, the data types, the functions, the comments, and the control flow. And this should be enough to make all the quests without any problem. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.